Welcome to the channel. If you're here, you're not like everyone else. You're not satisfied with mediocre. You want more. And here, you'll find the tools to develop yourself, mind, body, and soul. So hit that subscribe button and share this with a man who needs to wake up. Stay until the end, because I'll give you one phrase. Just one. A phrase you'll repeat every morning and every night. And it will rewire the way your brain sees your own potential. Let's go. Bad things happen to you? Join the club. That pain, it's your entry fee into this journey. Every man you admire, Einstein, Bruce Lee, Da Vinci, bled through their process. They suffered, but they didn't waste the pain. They didn't drink it away, scroll it away, or blame someone else. They did the only thing a man can do if he wants to be more tomorrow than he is today. They practiced, not just any practice. Focused, obsessive, lonely, disciplined, locked in repetition. You want to know what all geniuses have in common? It's not talent. It's not intelligence. It's not even opportunity. It's the ability to focus without distraction for long periods of time on one specific skill. Robin Sharma said it. An addiction to distraction is the death of creative production. You think you're too addicted to your phone to change? Bull. You're just out of shape mentally. And the same way you build a muscle, you build focus, repetition, discipline, pain. Then again, Steve Jobs didn't become a genius because he had ideas. He became a genius because he sat his butt down and worked those ideas into form. Lionel Messi didn't just juggle balls for fun. He did it because he wanted mastery. He had an obsession. An obsession, laser focus, consistent obsession, is the highest form of self-respect. Jordan Peterson once said, "Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today." That means this isn't about being better than your brother or the guy from high school who now drives a Tesla. This is about beating the man in the mirror every damn day. Every time you silence your phone, close your door, and commit to 2 to 3 uninterrupted hours on one task, you're doing something sacred. You're isolating a neural pathway. And when you repeat that isolation enough times, your brain starts to build a sheath around that pathway. It's called myelin. It's what turns ordinary men into world-class performers. Anders Ericsson called it deliberate practice. And guess what? Deliberate practice isn't comfortable. It isn't pretty. It doesn't get likes on Instagram, but it builds legends. You want to be respected? Build something worth respecting. You want to feel proud of yourself? Earn that pride through consistency and deep work. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi called it flow state. That moment when your mind is so focused that time disappears. You think that's some mystical nonsense? It's biology. It's your brain operating in alpha waves instead of beta. That shift only happens when the work is deep, when the distractions are zero, when you're so embedded in your mission that even hunger goes quiet. But let's not romanticize this. The first 20 days are destruction. You'll feel weak. Your mind will scream. You'll want to quit. Your friends will call you crazy. Let them. You weren't born for average. You were born to go beyond. And going beyond means destroying the comfort of your old self. Then comes the confusion. That's right, after the destruction phase comes the fog. You won't know who you are without your old habits. That's good. That's real transformation. That's when you know you're doing something right. Then comes integration. Around day 66, the new identity locks in. You wake up and you don't even think. You just do. You train. You write. You create. You lead. Because you've reprogrammed a machine. You don't need motivation anymore. You've got momentum. That's the point where the strange becomes a standard, where the hard becomes a habit. And now you're in a class of your own. So here's the truth. The genius you admire is not made of different material than you. He just made different decisions. While you were watching TV, he was rehearsing. While you were checking notifications, he was in silence. While you were quitting, he was starting over. Day after day, year after year, until what he practiced became who he was. Your future? It's not written in the stars. It's written in your schedule. So take this and run with it. Don't wait. Don't doubt. Don't delay. Go now. Lock yourself in. Practice. Focus. Suffer. Repeat. And if you stayed till now, here's your phrase. My focus is my fortress. I guard with my life. Repeat that every morning, every night. Whisper it to yourself before work. Say it when you're tempted to scroll, to quit, to get lazy. That's the beginning of your new life. This is a channel where warriors are built, where the weak come to get strong. If you felt this in your bones, subscribe. Drop a comment and tell me what you're building. Share this with your brother, your friend, the guy who's been sleeping on his potential. Wake him up. And remember, it's not talent. It's not luck. It's not even intelligence. It's focus. That's the habit of genius. He wakes up, but the alarm clock didn't need to scream. You see, men who are building something don't need alarms. Their mission is the alarm. While the world hits snooze, he's up because he's not chasing dreams. He's building reality. You want to be a genius? Start acting like your life matters. Because it does. And no one's coming to save you, brother. You think Messi got to where he is because he was checking Instagram stories? You think Da Vinci was worried if someone liked his sketch? Wake up. You've been lied to. The system trained you to chase dopamine instead of legacy. To be a slave to your phone, not a master of your craft. Men who make history live differently. They move differently. They bleed differently. Let me tell you something most people are too soft to say. If your habits are weak, your future is weak. Your life right now is the sum total of your disciplines. Nothing more. Nothing less. You don't need another motivational quote. You need grit. You need structure. You need sacred time alone with your skill. Look, every genius has one thing in common. Not IQ, not connections, not money. It's the habit of deep focus. Undistracted, unbothered, obsessive. You want to change your life? Start by winning 2 hours a day, every day, where you do nothing except work on your gift. That's it. Zero distractions. That's the price of greatness. Robin Sharma said, "An addiction to distraction is the death of creative production." He wasn't joking. Every time you pick up your phone mid-task, you're saying to your future, "You don't matter." And that, my friend, is the behavior of someone who's losing. So what's the fix? Simple. Ruthless discipline. Cold-blooded consistency. No magic. No hacks. Just showing up daily to the grind of mastery. 10,000 hours laser focus. No applause. You don't need the world's permission to be great. You just need to shut the door and do the damn work. Let me say it straight. If you haven't achieved what you want in life, it's not because you're cursed, unlucky, or broken. It's because your habits are trash. That's not an insult. That's a diagnosis. And a diagnosis is the first step to recovery. You can fix this. You just need to start showing up different. Get serious about your time. Get angry at your excuses. Get allergic to mediocrity. Because here's the brutal truth. The world doesn't care about your potential. It only rewards execution. Einstein didn't become Einstein by dabbling. He shut the world out and dove into the mysteries of the universe with a hunger so intense it scared people. You want to be remembered? Start by being obsessed. I'm not talking about balanced. I'm talking about obsessed. Genius lives on the other side of obsession. And yes, people will call you crazy. Good. That means you're on the right track. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Steve Jobs said that, and he lived it. You can too. Now listen, you might be struggling right now. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you've tried and failed. Welcome to the club. Every great man was once a lost boy. The difference? He didn't stay there. He fought. He adapted. He evolved. And so will you. This isn't about motivation. This is about transformation. You can't Netflix your way into success. You can't TikTok your way into greatness. You can't scroll your way into significance. You work your way there, brick by brick, day after day. Let me break it down even more. You've got two enemies, distraction and doubt. Distraction robs your time. Doubt robs your belief. And they're both liars. They only win if you let them. But here's the secret. Every minute spent in focused work is a punch in the face of both. You say you want results? Cool. Want to become dangerous? Then earn the right to be called disciplined. Start practicing like your life depends on it. Because it does. Remember this. Nothing extraordinary ever comes from a distracted man. You want the extraordinary? Then become the man who can sit in a room, alone, every day, with his tools, his ideas, and his mission. That's where the breakthroughs happen. Focus isn't sexy. Mastery isn't viral. But results? Results are undeniable. That's how you silence the noise. With results. And when you feel like quitting, and you will, remember, the man you were is dying, and the man you are becoming is being born. Don't abort the process. You think you're failing? You're not failing. You're transforming. It just hurts. Muhammad Ali said, I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. Let that hit. This is your training. This is your ring. Life will throw punches. But every focused hour, every resisted temptation, every rep you do in silence, that's a blowback. So pick up your weapon, your pen, your code, your canvas, your dumbbells, your instrument, and go. Put in your hours. Make them sacred. This is your cathedral. Build something eternal with your discipline. You want to be the man everyone respects? Be the man who respects himself first, not with empty pride, but with deeds. A genius is not someone born with a gift. A genius is someone who refuses to live small, who says no to distractions, who bleeds for their mission. That can be you, but only if you earn it. Don't chase inspiration. Chase effort. Don't chase motivation. Chase systems. Don't chase fame. Chase excellence. At the end of the day, when the lights are off and it's just you and your thoughts, the question is simple. Did you honor your gift today? Because if not, What the hell are you doing? Stay focused. Stay obsessed. Be uncommon. And repeat this tomorrow. There's a moment in every man's life when he looks in the mirror and doesn't recognize himself. He sees the eyes, tired, not from work, but from wandering. He sees the shoulders, not heavy from lifting, but from carrying shame. He sees the hands, not callous from creation, but idle from hesitation. And in that moment, the truth hits harder than any punch. He has become a stranger to his own potential. But that, brother, is the beginning of resurrection. Because before you build a new man, the old one has to die. You're not here to drift. You're here to dominate. The world doesn't need more soft, scattered, fragile men. It needs you, whole fierce, focused. A man who builds legacy with blood, sweat, prayer, and persistence. But let's keep it real. You can't build like that if your foundation is cracked. And most men today, they've been raised on lies. Lied to about what manhood is. Lied to about what strength looks like. Lied to about what success requires. Let's break those lies now and replace them with weapons of truth. Lie number 1. Follow your heart. Brother, your heart is a liar when it's undisciplined. The heart is a follower, not a leader. If you let your feelings lead, you'll be lost. A real man trains his heart like a soldier. He tells it where to go. You lead it. It doesn't lead you. You want to be genius level? Then stop chasing vibes and start choosing values. Discipline over dopamine. Purpose over pleasure. Mission over moods. Lie number 2. You're perfect as you are. No, you're not. And that's okay. You're unfinished. You're in process. God doesn't love you because you're perfect. He loves you despite the mess. But if you stay in that mess, that's on you. Self-love isn't about comfort. It's about correction. A man who loves himself confronts his laziness. He attacks his excuses. He doesn't cuddle his weakness. He crucifies it. If you're still breathing, you've got work to do. So do it. Lie number 3. Take it easy. No great man ever took it easy. Lions don't lounge when it's time to hunt. Builders don't nap when the roof's unfinished. Your destiny isn't a hammock. It's a battlefield. Ease is the enemy of excellence. Yes, rest. Yes, recover. But don't you dare worship comfort. Comfort is the drug they sell men to keep them domesticated. You weren't made for that cage. You were made for the wild, for challenge, for weight, for war. Now here's the truth they didn't teach you in school. Genius is not sexy. It's not glamorous. It's not pretty. It's you, alone, day after day, doing the work no one sees, so you can live a life no one else gets to. Want to be rare? Then do what 99% of men won't. Wake up early. Shut up and learn. Train harder than you talk. Sacrifice now so you can own later. Build habits so solid they survive even your worst days. Because hear this, genius is built in secret, but revealed in public. And when it's revealed, it's undeniable. Let me tell you what no influencer will say. This isn't about looking rich or sounding smart or pretending you're elite. This is about earning your own respect. Because when a man doesn't respect himself, it leaks in his posture, in his eyes, in how he talks, in how he quits. But when a man knows what he's becoming, you feel it before he speaks. That's what you want to be. Undeniable. Here's how you start. Delete weak language from your mouth. No more I'll try. No more maybe. No more we'll see. Speak with precision. Speak with certainty. Train your mouth to match your mission. Treat time like a sacred currency. Every hour wasted is a brick stolen from your legacy. You don't get them back. Guard your time like your life depends on it. Because it does. Embrace the loneliness. Greatness requires isolation. Obsession costs connection. If they don't get your grind, they're not your people. Let them go. Build alone. Out-discipline your demons. You won't always feel strong, but your habits can be stronger than your moods. Build rituals that work even when you don't want to. Show up every damn day. Doesn't matter if it's pretty. Doesn't matter if you feel like it. Show up. Do the work. Stack the days. Stack the wins. Listen, God didn't make you for mediocrity. You were crafted for dominion. But dominion doesn't come by accident. It comes by intention. You want to be a genius? Then start acting like a steward, not a slave. A steward of your body. A steward of your mind. A steward of your time, your calling, your future sons, your unborn legacy. Because one day, your son will look at your life and ask, "Is this what a man looks like?" What will you say? Will you say, "I was busy, I was tired, I didn't feel like it"? Or will you say, "Yes, this is a man. Watch and learn. You got the raw material inside you." But raw doesn't change the world. Refined does. And refinement happens in fire. So step into the fire. Let your weakness burn. Let your old habits melt. Let your excuses scream. And keep standing anyway. You want to be different? Then suffer differently. Think differently. Move differently. Because the average man wants approval. The genius, he wants results. Here's the secret. No one's coming to choose you. There's no email, no call, no tap on the shoulder. You have to choose yourself daily. That's what grown men do. They don't wait. They don't whine. They wake up and win. Every morning, the war begins again. And the genius isn't the most talented. He's the most trained, the most consistent, the most possessed by purpose. So burn the backup plan. Delete the plan B. Make it this or nothing. That's how genius is forged. And now, brother, if you felt this in your bones, do two things right now. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to the channel. It's not just a button. It's your first act of war. Your silent scream that says, "I refuse to live like everyone else." Backhand index pointing right, drop a comment below. What topic do you want us to cover next? Your voice matters. Your growth matters. And the space? It's built for warriors like you. The revolution of men has begun. And you, my friend, are already in it. Let's build the impossible. He doesn't need applause anymore. He doesn't wait for validation. He walks in the world like a man possessed, not by ego, but by purpose. And when people ask, "What happened to you?" he doesn't answer with words. He answers with results. This is the fourth act, the final march, the point where motivation dies and conviction takes over, where the genius habit becomes not just a routine, but a rhythm, like breathing, like prayer, like war drums echoing in his bones. He has become consistent. And consistency is lethal, because now the enemy can't predict his next move. He is not ruled by moods. He is not trapped by yesterday. He is present, precise, dangerous. But let's be honest, this path is not for everyone. Most men quit here, not because it's hard, but because it's boring. Genius isn't built in fireworks. It's built in silence, repetition, rehearsal, obedience to the process. Day after day, without applause, without reward, without shortcuts. And this is where you separate the tourists from the soldiers. Because the genius is not just working, he's becoming. He's becoming the kind of man who can be trusted with power, with influence, with legacy. He doesn't just talk about discipline, he embodies it. He doesn't just crave success, he deserves it. Because while the world was busy performing, he was perfecting. And in the furnace of routine, he found something sacred. Peace. Not the peace of passivity, but the peace of preparation. The quiet confidence of a man who knows that whatever comes, he's ready. There is no panic in him anymore. No rush. No chasing. He walks slowly. He speaks with weight. He lives deliberately. Because when you build like this, slow, honest, relentless, you become unbreakable. And that's the goal, isn't it? Not just to shine, but to endure. Not just to impress, but to impact. Not just to be seen, but to be followed. And now, the genius habit is not something he does. It's who he is. He no longer negotiates with weakness. He no longer argues with doubt. He no longer flirts with mediocrity. He moves. He executes. He wins. And in the end, when the crowds fade and the noise dies down, they'll ask how he did it. They'll want the secret. And here's what you'll say. I decided to suffer now so I could lead later. I chose the hard road while others played. I planted when others slept. And now I harvest while they complain. That's what genius looks like. It looks like choices, suffering, practice, discipline, hunger. And if you're still here reading this, something inside you knows this is your path. So don't turn back now. You've come too far. You bled too much. You got one job. Become undeniable. Because the world doesn't change when boys talk. It changes when men build. And the greatest thing you can ever build is yourself. Subscribe to the channel if you're serious about becoming that man. Don't just be a listener. Be a builder. Your future self is counting on it. Drop a comment below. What battle are you fighting right now? What do you want me to cover next? This is more than content. This is a movement. And you, brother, were born for it. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to greatness. Welcome home.